Hello, good evening. Today's date is 23 August 2021 and my name is Nilesh Hanmant Shinde and I am going to describe today's video topic. Today's video topic is one-to-one relationship mapping, that is the one-to-one mapping. Now, before we starting the one-to-one mapping, we understand what is the mapping. The mapping is the two or more tables are connected each other. This is known as a mapping. We are using the mapping for connecting the two or more table in SQL according to their IDs or their primary key or any other conditions. So there are the basically some types. That is, the first one is the one-to-one mapping, and the many-to-one mapping, one-to-many mapping, and many-to-many mapping. Now we discuss what is the one-to-one mapping. When we have to achieve the one-to-one mapping, then we have to create one entity. For example, we are creating one entity which is known as a student, and in that student we are making the student ID, student name, and the student marks. Then after that we are creating the second entity which is named as a student which is named as a batch in student class. We are writing one-to-one mapping. That is the we have to achieve the one-to-one mapping. So we can write a one-to-one @one-to-one mapping, this annotation. So in that after that creating, we are making a student repo and the batch repo. So after that making the student and batch repo, we are give our SQL properties in the in properties. Then there are the two tables is created in the SQL. So which is type of mapping is one-to-one mapping. So in that case we we are achieve we will be achieve the one-to-one mapping. So now we discuss the what is exactly one-to-one mapping and its examples. The one-to-one mapping means the one entity is connected, or it is in relationship with other entity, or which is connected to only other one entity, and this entity is connected only and only the first entity, that is the student. That means the student is connected to batch and the batch is connected to student. So this is the example of the one-to-one mapping. That means we take a real-time example. That is, the student in our college, there are the number of students are the present, and there are the number of batches are present, or the number of IDs, number of batches are present. Now we discuss the student is a unique entity, and in the college register there is a college have one student ID. So the student ID is also unique for the each student. So we can say that the student has a we can say that the each student has a separate or unique ID, unique student ID, and the unique student each student ID has a only and only one unique student. So this is also example of the one-to-one mapping. And now we discuss the another example, that is the car owner and its registered at registered at a RTO office. Then the one car owner has a one registered over register, and it's have a only one registered ID, which is a unique ID for the each car owner. So the and the owner ID, that means the car owner ID has uh, having connected only and only one one car owner. So this is example of the one-to-one mapping. That means the car owner is only connected with uh, that ID, and this ID is only connected with the student, or sorry, uh, that car owner. So this is a example of the one-to-one mapping, and that's all about the one-to-one mapping. Thank you.